Okay, so for this one you wanted to get rid of, I guess, one entire set of these crystals. Is that right? One group, yep, okay. Um, so we'll get rid of the bottom one, I guess. It doesn't really matter. So the crystals, so the process here, this is a menu, and when we go into this, it brings up a page. And then the page has, all your descriptions about the crystals and what they mean and all that. And then at the bottom, it has posts about the individual crystals that are for sale. Um, that's how I set it up. So it's a page with embedded posts, and then this bit over here, this left sidebar is this is a menu here at the top, and then this is like some custom text for the sidebar here, some custom HTML that made a menu that had pictures. Okay, so let's go back into the main page. So we can go to the pages, and the first thing we can look at is the page itself. So there should be a way actually to just disable these, but we can move the entire page to the trash. So if that's the end goal, is to just delete the page so that you don't keep any of this anymore, we can just move it to trash. I was thinking there was a way to visibility. Yeah, so you can change the visibility here and just make it private. Okay, and then you can't, nobody else can see it except if you log in as an admin. So if we go, actually, yeah, while you're logged in as an admin, you can still see it. But if we bring up another browser, let's see if this works. Nope. Yep. We go in, and of course the menu's still there because I didn't do anything with that. Oh no, it's still there. I don't know what that means. So maybe that's not going to work for us. That's too bad. I just hate deleting all this content since it's already kind of set up. I mean, I doubt that you would ever have these exact type of crystals again, but if you did, then having all this remaining, you could just change out these at the bottom and keep all this. Since I assume that crystals, you know, tend to come in a, you know, you may not always have this particular type, but maybe you would get them again. So, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't update it. Yep, don't forget to update. Let's try that one more time. All right, so let's click, cross your fingers. Yep, so page can't be found. So that's what I would suggest when you're removing stuff. That way you keep the original content. If you ever need it again, you just edit this in the page, under page, under the page in question, you just go edit and turn this back to public, and then remember to press update, which I did not. Okay, now in regards to well, let's look at the posts too. So you'll see that each of these crystals was an individual post. It just had the picture and the description and the cost as individual posts. Again, we could change these to private, but in this case it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that, right? Because you've actually sold this physical crystal. There's no sense in keeping this content because you would have a different picture and a different cost, different weight, that kind of thing. So for these, we would just click the two Holy Mother Blue crystals and then go to bulk actions and move to trash, and that would get rid of them. I won't get into explaining how I set these up. We can do that in a separate video if you want, since you only asked how to remove them. But basically, I have them viewed on a page, on your page, as categorical. And you'll see over here that these belong to specific categories. So this belongs to the category Knight's Code, and it is a Knight Code crystal. This one belongs to a category Holy Mother Blue calcite, and it is matches. So that's how I set it up on the page, but it really doesn't matter. We'll just you can also trash them individually here, but we'll just delete them both. Apply. Okay, and then they're gone. And actually, if we were to go back to the pages, and we were to go to that Holy Mother Blue calcite, and when it shows you here that it's private, so you can just take a quick look here and see which ones are private, not showing up for people that aren't logged into as an admin. Yep, and then if we go here and we were to go to view page, and remember you can still see this because you're an admin, not because you'll see that, but you'll see that the posts are gone. So there's no Holy Mother crystals left. If you needed to add some to this, you would need to add a new post with the new data for the new ones you're actually selling, and then classify them as a category of Holy Mother Blue calcite, and then that would automatically put it on this page. Of course, you'd also have to make this page public again, but again, that was just my thinking that you know, it might be possible for these to be something you sell again, and you wouldn't want to recreate this entire page, but maybe you do. And if that's the case, you can just delete the entire page. Oops. By just going to pages as normal and move to trash. In this case, I did it. You can do it here, and I think you should be able to do it at the root as well. Holy Mother Blue, yep. And then just select trash here. I'm going to leave it just because I hate to see data gone, but if you want to remove it later, just click trash on the pages tab. Okay, so now the only other thing we have to do is get rid of the menu link, because you'll notice that it's still here on your left sidebar, even if you go back to the home page, it's here. So we got to get rid of that. And this one, we will go to appearance and widgets. Okay, yep. So we would go to appearance and widgets. You've got a bunch of different stuff here. You can add stuff to the footer, but here is your sidebar default, which is actually the right sidebar, and sidebar left, which is your left sidebar. So you'll see I have two of these entries here. These are called widgets. They're available here on the left. There's all kinds of stuff you can put in there. Some works well as a sidebar, some won't, but you can do all kinds of things. But you'll see I have a custom menu, and if you expand that, it actually just shows you that it's sidebar menu. We can look at that later. And then you'll see I have another SiteOrigin editor widget called crystals. And if you click that, you can see here's the code for, or what I use to create those left menus. So all you basically need to do is get rid of this bottom part. Yep. There are some tricks we could use here too to just hide it, but I think it makes more sense just to delete it at this stage. It doesn't take a whole lot to put this back at a later date. So I think if you just hit the backspace key, yep, then it's gone. And then here you just have to hit save. Now you have just the one entry. If we refresh this page, yep, you'll see that it's gone. So, and of course, to add more, you would just come in here and basically, I think I did everything center justified. You would add your media. Then below that, you would add a link, which can be done here. And you can link to, in this case, you would be linking to your page that had the code. So I can show you how to do that if you need to in the future. But actually, I think when you go to create a link, it will ask you what you want to link it to, but we can get the, can we edit? No, it just has a thing. So basically just see it just has the page in there. Oh no, you can pick. So you can pick your pages. So you would pick the Knight's Code page in this case is what you wanted to link to. So cool. So I'm getting a little off topic, but that's it as far as removing the one of the crystals. So in my case, just quick review. I put the page to private. You can just delete it. Then I went to the post and I deleted the post by selecting them and doing bulk, but you can also just delete them individually here. And then I went to the appearance and your widgets, went into the left sidebar, went into the crystals, and just deleted the bits that we didn't want. Okay, that's it. I don't know where I'm going to post this, probably to YouTube, so just so it doesn't take up a bunch of your site space. And I doubt it's too big to email, so hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions.